Hello and welcome to the Bentley Report. It is August 2023. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Leon Guzenfitter.
You are indeed, Leon. Lots going on in Bentley and surrounds, and what a great market it is now. Things are selling well, lots of buyers around.
Yeah, look, it's defied all the odds. You know, you look at, if someone said start of the year we're going to have more rate rises and a bit of uncertainty, you'd think there'll be a real pressure on prices, but it's probably defied it better than anyone expected. And I think the still traditionally low supply has continued to help keep prices steady and rising.
Yep, well,
amazingly.
You know, the news got worse, but the market got better. It almost went the other way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So people don't always believe what they read, or they believe the situation that they're in. And I think people have got financial stability. They know that there's immigration coming.
Yep.
People know that. They understand that.
Yeah.
And the interest rates, let's face it. I mean, you're a lot younger than I am. I remember paying
That's
interest
true.
rates.
I'm a lot younger than you are,
You are.
Gary.
Thanks for that. Thanks for repeating that. But you are oblivious to an 18% interest rate time.
Yeah.
You're aware of it. You've heard about it, but you've also heard about the Industrial Revolution and the Renaissance. But it wasn't that long ago that people like me were paying 17 and 18%, which wasn't a lot of fun. So when we look at the rates of today, whether they're 7% or 8%, or you know what, they are actually reasonable commercial rates.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the young'uns like you have come to terms with that and are transacting again. We also have a bit of a theme or a bit of a point of discussion. That is the townhouse, which was probably something that was a bit, I wouldn't say on the nose, but probably, I don't even say challenging, but slow, I think would be a good term, would you say?
I think the supply-demand imbalance, especially in the Bentley area, say 3-4 years ago, there seemed to be a lot of supply and buyers were still unsure of the demand or their demand for it because there was still a push to a freestanding home on a full block. As that becomes unaffordable, as building costs of new houses become really, so high, people really, I think, are now turning to big quality townhouses that have, 4 bedrooms, 2 or 3 bathrooms, still have a bit of a front and a backyard. That's becoming the new family home. And I think if we're going to have, 1 million new Australians in the next 2 or 3 years, they're just not subdividing the parks or creating any more land in the areas that are well positioned well serviced for transport or for schools and for infrastructure. So the townhouse on 300 to 400 square metres is now the family home.
Yeah, look, you just don't see or hear about kids kicking footy in the back garden anymore.
No.
People spend more time on their computers or the laptop or whatever online and with phones. And then I think when people go out, they'll go out to a park, they'll go out to a sporting
organised sporting situations
organised
as well.
sport. So, and I think a lot of people, as you say, the affordability is just not there now for a lot of people to live in these grand, big homes on big land. And people want luxury. They want modern. They want luxury. They want turn off and on, easy.
Minimal maintenance. People don't want to do the gardens all day and spend the weekend mowing the lawn. Just a little bit's enough.
Yep. So I think it is the time of the townhouse right now, and we're seeing that too. We're seeing some really good competition, and we're seeing some prices in and around Bentley that are, Brighton East, Caulfield South, Caulfield North prices. So tell us about some of the sales that have happened, so we can just give some perspective to those viewing as to what's happening with the townhouse.
Well, I'd almost make the statement, Gary. I think that Bentley has probably now caught up to Caulfield South. Basically on price. We're seeing the same buyers move either side of North Road very freely and not asking for any discount to go south of North Road.
That's true.
The prices are very similar. We have had some success with these townhouses. In fact, I'll take you 3 that we've sold without the normal advertising and boards and campaigns, just because they are such a hot commodity. We had a property at 22B McKittrick Road, and I don't think we even have any photos to show, but it was a very beautiful townhouse. And look, and it wasn't brand new, it was about 2 years old, but a couple of years ago to sell any property in Bentley for 2 million plus, that was like a big deal. There was, there was a very small amount of property sold.
Very select.
Select amount of property sold with all the agents over 2 million. Now, this property in McKittrick Road, the other half was sold in one of the first lockdowns for just under 1.8 million when it was brand new. We have taken a buy that we moved from Caulfield North actually and sold this for circa $2.1 million without any advertising. So that's 22B McKittrick Road. We also took an underbidder of a property in Caulfield South and bought him to 3B Weber Street. That also has sold just over $2 million without any formal marketing. There was a home in Gill Street, one at 9 Gill Street in Bentley. Also a result over $2 million. And in fact, that one was under 300 square metres of land, to give you back to that no need
land
for net
component,
land discussion. Yan did a great job in moving a buyer, and again, another sale over $2 million. And now they're hitting the $2.5 million mark because we also had a property on market formally, but did sell before its auction at 30A Hornby Street, East Brighton, which was a rear of 2 townhouse on a pretty sizable block, but still on a subdivision, which sold circa $2.5 million. So that's what's happening now, Gary.
So if you are looking for a townhouse, you better jump for it because they were in plentiful supply and they were kind of hanging around. They're all gone now. They're getting snapped up.
Yeah.
And,
well, they're not all gone, Gary. There's a couple others.
Yeah,
there are a couple of others.
Well, the whole scene of the volume is all gone.
That's right.
There's just a limited number left.
Yeah.
Of what we do have left, however, we luckily can offer you a few. Let's talk about some of those, including Weber Street, perhaps.
Yeah, so we did sell 3B Weber Street off market. 3A is about to come to market, but is available pre-market for our GPTV Bentley viewers. If you are looking for a 4-bedroom, near new, it's nearly 1 year old townhouse, but it has a double lock-up garage, which is a great feature. Give me a call, I can get you through it. We have an asking price of $2,150,000, which is very consistent with the results that we've had for some of these properties.
And that's, of course, in Brighton East, as is
Brighton
the
East.
property in Beddoe Avenue.
Yeah,
we are busy in Brighton East, aren't we?
We are, and I love this one, Gary, because not to talk down the townhouses that have a joint wall, a lot of them have a joint wall, and that's fine, and people live in it, and I hear there's no noise issues.
Yeah, well constructed.
But this one at 23 Beddoe Avenue is for private sale at $2,250,000. It has no side adjoining wall. It's at the front. It's on about 400 square metres of land, so actually you're getting a reasonably good land component. It has a double carport and a single garage, but a really well-built home that hasn't got any shared walls. I think that's a really good buy at $2,250,000.
Now, if you're in the market for a family home, something a bit more traditional with a bit of a block of land, or maybe something you can improve, a few offerings available that we can share as well, just some of our select listings. Do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, let's go through them quickly, Gary. We got a great property starting this week at 14 Cavalier Street in Bentley East, which is up to 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And I think if you're in a lower price bracket and you want to get into something that you're basically not paying a lot for the house. You're basically just paying for the land.
It's almost a free house, isn't it?
Well, it pretty much is a free house. That one's going to be priced in that sort of 1.1 to 1.2 range.
That's a good price range for someone to buy, and also that's a good opportunity. You know, it's actually quite a nice looking home. I had a look at the facade shots. It's a good looking property. The location, of course, is good, but the potential is outstanding. And of course, your combination's there already, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it kind of reminds a bit of when us migrants from Russia, we moved into a home in Albert Street, North Caulfield, many years ago. We all sort of went from one room to the other as the next room got renovated. And this is, again, an opportunity. You can move into a property like this, make improvements, but you're essentially getting the house for free. And
what a great opportunity that is. A good street, quality street, a great location. Tell us about some others, because we've got another one here in, I think it might be Dover Street.
In Dover Street, and look, a very similar opportunity where it's a very livable home, it's easily improvable, but it's also demolishable. And we've discussed the success of these townhouses. This is a site that, again, subject to council approval, could be a good side-by-side site. It's a little bit wider than normal, and this could be the start of the next successful project.
Lehem Avenue.
Lehem or Liam?
Lehem, okay.
I'm not sure, depends how you pronounce it, but we've got a great property for Liam Avenue in Oakley South that starts this week. Again, a home that's livable, it's rentable and improvable, but also demolishable potentially.
And what's Lehem Avenue close to?
Well, it's just off Centre Road, so it's one of the first streets in Oakley South when Bentley East finishes. So, I feel as though for the slight difference in location of a couple of hundred metres, you're probably getting 10% off the price, but still getting all the amenities. And it's near the corner of Warrigal and Centre, so there's a lot of shops and facilities and public transport. There's a bus that runs through there. So again, an opportunity around $1 million to get a full block of land. I think it's really good buying.
Lots of great takeaway food there, fast food.
There is, isn't it? There is.
I must say, I haven't enjoyed that fast food. But every time I go past, I go, gee whiz, get everything you want to eat here. You can put on a few kgs, but you'll certainly feel better.
A good place to put a gym.
It would be a good place to put a gym. I'm not sure if the same people would go there, but it probably would be the same people that would need to go there. McKinnon Road, a great address, good looking property. Tell us about 337.
Taking a little drive out to the McKinnon Secondary School Zone, which continues just to go from strength to strength. We've got a terrific family home at 337 McKinnon Road in Bentley East, which I think by the time we might get this edited, might have a salt sticker on the board. So there's a bit of activity there. Might be a bit of activity there, but don't worry, because we've got 2 other options.
Off market?
Well, pre-market, they're both going to come
Pre-market?
to market.
Okay.
We are getting some owners that are coming to us and saying, look, you're obviously doing a lot of deals off market, you've got a great database. Here's a price I'm thinking in mind. If you can do it maybe without some of the fanfare, some of the disruption, we are seeing some investors sell that have tenants in there that, look, ideally the home would be better presented if they were to go, but some vendors are saying, look, I've got a tenant in there. If you can find a buyer at this sort of price range, we'll do it without the whole show.
Move it on.
Which is the case at 47 Parkmore Road in Bentley East, which
That's
is
a good street. I know that street.
it's
well.
a good
Yeah.
street. It's a north-facing backyard. It's a full block of land. It's actually a very pretty home. We do have some images of it. It has a standalone bungalow. So I think if you had either a work-from-home scenario,
A grotty teenager.
grotty teenager,
Unwelcome mother.
mother-in-law,
Or father, yep.
something like that, that could be a good opportunity.
Yeah.
And look, based on some of these results of townhouses, these properties around that 1.6, 1.7, 1.8 mark
Yep.
on a full block of land seem incredibly
Well,
good
you would
value.
have a good win if you bought that. In fact, it'd be a glad win, and that brings us to our last address.
That's right. Very good, Gary. You're nearly as hot as the Blues at the
I
moment.
tell you what, the Blues are going really well.
Gee.
I tell you, I don't want to keep it low profile
Keep it low
about this.
no.
You know, we're very excited. We're keeping a lid on it, but it's hard to because finally we've emerged out of the dark misery of the last 20 years. So who knows?
There, I thought Michael Voss was absolutely
I know.
primed to be
Gone.
sacked, and now
I
he
know.
might be holding a premiership cup by the
Exactly.
time we do the
Now
next
he's, riding on the
GPTV
shoulders.
Bentley.
Exactly right. You never know.
But you are right, Gladwin Avenue. You've got a property that will come to the market in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's 61 Gladwin Avenue. We do have some images available. This is in the McKinnon zone. It's been so beautifully renovated by the current owners.
Yep.
And in fact, when we went there after the owners presented it with Jan, we showed some buyers on the weekend. She said, the photos were great, but this looks so much better in person.
Isn't it funny? Some properties, the photos will make them look incredible when they're okay.
Yeah.
And some properties, no matter how much you photograph them, they're better than the photo suggests. I don't know how, but
So
I
this
haven't
has
worked that out yet. But
And this has a great, just like outdoor living area. It's covered. You can sit out there. It's been really nicely done by the owners. Gets you into the McKinnon School Zone.
Yep.
And again, a pre-market opportunity for our GPTV Bentley viewers.
So a few special opportunities only seen through the Bentley report. So give Leon and his team a call. We will be glad to show you through some of those special properties. And of course, if you're wanting to sell, well, we never have too many listings. We always have a big list of buyers to show properties to. So we'd love to welcome you on board on our very rapidly growing Bentley office, which has some wonderful, wonderful people in it doing such a wonderful job.
And just on that, Gary, if you are looking to sell, some people sort of just waking up out of the slumbers of winter, and it's sort of the second week and third week of August before you know it. By the time you get it presented and promoted,
Get the
and
contracts
there's
ready,
there's grand finals and school holidays.
Yeah, the cup.
And if you want to settle this year, you've got to be on the market real quick, because some people, especially investors, are trying to avoid land tax implications that are coming in for 2024. You've got to have that property settled by December 31st. So if you've got that in the to-do list, put it a bit higher, give us a call, and we'll help you get out of that property and sold and settled this year.
We won't just shot over to your place, we'll run over to your place and help you with your real estate sales needs. Thank you for tuning into the Bentley Report. It's good to see you, Leon. We look forward to next time. It'll be sort of really spring market, won't it? But we're already listing for spring, and certainly we've come out of that winter slumber already, so we're out of the blocks and running with lots of great listings. We look forward to bringing you all the news next time on the Bentley Report. I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm Leon Guzenfitter.
See you next time.